In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to choose between Lovable and Cursor, and use either one to build a web app with AI. The first thing you want to do is decide which tool fits the way you like to work. If you want the simplest path, where you describe what you want in plain English and let the platform handle the setup for you, Lovable is a strong choice. It's especially useful if you want to move quickly without dealing with a lot of manual configuration. On the other hand, if you want deeper control over the project, including direct access to the code and a more traditional development environment, then Cursor may be the better option. Cursor is ideal if you're comfortable working inside an IDE and want to fine-tune things at a code level. So before building anything, take a moment to choose between speed and simplicity, or flexibility and control. Once you've chosen your tool, the next step is to define your web app's architecture and features in a clear text prompt. This part matters a lot, because the quality of your instructions will shape the quality of the result. Be specific about what kind of app you're building, what pages or sections it should include, what the main user actions are, and how the data should flow through the app. If your app needs authentication, dashboards, forms, or a database connection, say that clearly. The more organized and descriptive your prompt is, the easier it will be for the AI to generate something useful from the start. After that, use the AI workspace to generate the initial user interface and backend components. This is where your idea starts becoming a working product. The AI can usually create layouts, navigation, input forms, and supporting logic based on your description. On the backend side, it may also generate routes, data models, or basic app logic depending on the platform and your prompt. At this stage, focus on getting a solid first version rather than expecting perfection immediately. Finally, test the interactive elements and refine the app iteratively. Click through the interface, try the forms, check the navigation, and make sure the features behave the way you intended. If something feels off, update it with follow-up prompts, or if you're using Cursor, make manual code adjustments directly. This step is all about improving the experience bit by bit. Small refinements can make a big difference, so keep testing, adjusting, and polishing until the app feels smooth, clear, and ready to use.